Welcome everyone to Real Talk with My Homies. I'm your host, Jake Wardrip, licensed real estate agent with Homepage Realty in Louisville, Kentucky. Today I'm joined by Marie Maddox. She is currently the head of the real estate division with Carroll Media Corporation. Prior to Carroll Media, Marie served as the marketing director at companies that you've heard of like Cardinal Movers, as well as Black Diamond. So it's safe to say she knows our industry very well. She has worked adjacent to our industry, but she has worked hand in hand in our industry. She's also the marketing chair for Commercial Real Estate Women of Louisville, also known as CREW. Marie embodies the mantra of Carroll Media, hustle, it's worth it. Marie, how we doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. I appreciate you coming on. We've wanted to have you guys on for a while, so it's good to finally be able to make that happen.
Yes. Thank you for having us.
I was able to be on DJ's podcast not too long ago, and we were able to come to terms, I guess, so to speak, on getting you guys on here to talk about what you guys do. So let's break the ice a little bit at first. What is something we should know about Marie that we don't? What kind of hobbies do you do outside of work?
I love tennis. I played tennis in college.
Okay.
Grew up playing. My mom played in college as well. Both my parents were college athletes, so tennis is super important to me. And I love to ski and snowboard. And then I also am a huge hockey fan.
Okay.
Love the Boston Bruins.
All right. I'm a playoff hockey fan.
Okay.
I'm a casual, but I do really, really enjoy playoff hockey. I get that. It's kind of like the NBA. I don't really watch it during the regular season. Bucket list. What's something we got to do?
Definitely want to skydive.
Okay.
Scuba dive more. I've been a few times, but definitely do that more. And then
Where's your favorite place you've scuba dived?
Mexico.
Mexico. What city?
Just Cancun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then when you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be a lawyer.
All right.
So
Did we pursue that at all, or
I just
did it
not
change?
Just changed.
What made you want to be a lawyer?
My family, they have a law firm in New Albany.
Gotcha. So you kind of grew up in it. It was in your blood. So it wasn't just a pipe dream. There was a reason for it. Gotcha. All right. Story time. I alluded to this before to you and Jeff. I just got back from Austin and Vegas. This will air probably a month from when it actually happened. But went to Austin, watched the UK-Texas football game, and then we took a little puddle jumper over to Las Vegas and hung out in Vegas for a couple days. I spent 3 days there gambling. I don't drink a lot, so didn't do a ton of drinking, but did do a lot of gambling. In that time, there's this little kiosk machine that we really like to play. You can play craps, you can play baccarat, blackjack, roulette, and it's all at one machine and it's all up on the screen or whatever. So I think it's like the first night we were there. I don't remember the exact night, but I think it was the first night we were there. I'm sitting down with my buddy Steven. We're sitting side by side playing. We both like those machines because you can kind of play at your own pace. And up rolls this guy in a wheelchair, no legs, one arm. Not judging, but just remember that later because it's important. And rolls up to the table and starts talking to my buddy Steven. And I can kind of tell that Steven's not really feeling the conversation. Like he's not really wanting to talk to a bunch of strangers. So this guy is talking to him. I won some money. I was like, all right, I'm out. Steven, I'm rolling. You want to come with me? So I give him an out. I'm like, hey, if you need to get out, here's your excuse. He's like, no, I think I'm going to play this out. Let's see how this goes. I'm like, all right, dude, I gave you a chance. It's on you now. So I go sit behind him with my other buddies that went. This guy now starts reaching onto Steven's machine. And I'm like, oh, Steven, it doesn't take, nobody likes it, but I definitely know Steven would not want somebody messing around with his machine. This guy starts touching the screen and messing with all this stuff. And we're all back here like, what is happening? What is going on here? Well, no more than maybe 5, 6, 7 minutes later, they both get up and they walk out. Instinctively, I stand up to follow. I was like, we're in Vegas. This is a random stranger. I don't know what I would have done had anything even gone wrong anyway, but just instinctively stood up, and Steven's like, no, you're good. He waves us off. They go over to the cash machine or whatever, and they stick a ticket in. And next thing you know, the guy pulls the money out. Not Steven. The guy pulls the money out of the machine. He starts counting it, and he starts handing money to my buddy Steven. And we're like, what is happening? Like, we are so confused at this moment. So Steven comes walking back, and he said, well, I just won $1,400. We're like, what? He said, yeah, I just won $1,400. Well, he said, well, technically, we won $1,400 and I got $700 of it. And I was like, you just won $700 in like 10 minutes? He said, yeah. I was like, what in the world did you all do? As we're talking, the guy on the wheelchair just zips right out. He just leaves the casino completely. Doors open, he's out, gone. So we're talking, and they're playing roulette. No, sorry, craps. They're playing craps, and he's putting all these random bets down. He's betting horns, bets we've never even freaking heard of before. Come to find out, during the conversation of the 5 minutes they were together, this guy he teaches at a dealer school, so he knows like all the tricks and tips of how to win. And he literally, had like $600 on the board at one time. Absolutely crazy. So fast forward to the end of the night, and Steven, out of some reason, decides he's just going to Google Vegas and wheelchair guy. No more than 4 days ago, there's a massive Reddit thread about a guy with no legs and one arm that's driving around Vegas, and he's finding people to aggressively bet. I mean, Steven even said, I had like $400, $500 on the board at one time while we were playing craps. The guy gets super aggressive if they don't play the way he wants to play, and then he takes half of it. He's like, I'm going to get you $2,000, I'm going to take half of it. And that's like his thing. Mm-hmm. And so Steven said, honestly, kind of makes sense. There's a lot of people panhandling on the side of the road. Like, if you can get somebody in a casino to just press their luck as much as humanly possible, you probably make a couple $100 in a matter of 10 minutes. And so, yeah, wild story. I have no idea how this ever happened to us, but apparently it happened to a bunch of other people as well. And that's in the comment section. You can see those machines is where he does it, because you have he cannot bet in Las Vegas according to some of the comments. I'm taking the comments at face value. Okay. But apparently he's banned from Atlantic City altogether. Can't even set foot in a casino in Atlantic City. And in Las Vegas, he's allegedly, according to him, I'll take him at his face value. I'll take him at his word for this. He's not allowed to gamble in Las Vegas. And that makes sense, because he didn't put any money in. He had somebody else do it for him. And it's kind of a win-win for this guy. If the player loses, he didn't lose any money. He just goes and finds some other guy to try and win. Steven just happened to be the lucky one that won. And honestly, if you know how to play craps, if they would have just thrown a 7, the whole thing would have blown up and it would have been done. But they didn't. It was on a really nice roll, a bunch of 6s and 8s. So they played out. So yes, that's my Vegas story that we all can now enjoy together.
Win in Vegas.
Yeah, win in Vegas. They say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but that story, we're bringing that story home. So, all right, got to pay the bills for a minute. Cardinal Movers, your former employer, is a proud sponsor of the podcast. At Cardinal Moving, a local moving company since 2014 with over 3,000 Google reviews, they specialize in making your move as smooth and stress-free as possible. Their team of clean-cut professional movers is dedicated to handling your belongings with the utmost care and efficiency. Visit their website at cardinalmoving.com or give them a call at 502-599-2661 to get a free quote. You worked there. Would you like to say a few words of your former employers?
Yes. They're the most clean-cut movers in Louisville, number 1 in Kentucky. But yeah, I had a great experience. They moved me twice, so I could attest that they are great movers.
Yes, they have moved me personally as well. So this is, I'm putting my money where my mouth is. And I would, if I was moving again, I would call them. Free ad right there. But yes, Cardinal Movers is definitely the way to go. Carroll Media. All right. You have been with DJs for how long now?
About 6 months.
6 months. Okay. So what is the main goal of Carroll Media?
So our main goal is to help small businesses and agents, individual real estate agents, insurance agents, realtors, optimize their social media to the best of our ability. And one of our other goals is our key initiatives or core values is give. It spells out growth, innovation, velocity, and excellence. So every quarter, we do a service project with Family Scholar House. So like yesterday, for example, we adopted a family and we went shopping as a team. So it's really important for us to give back to the community, and people want to work with people that they like, trust, and know. So it's important that we give back to the community.
And do you guys specialize in any specific industries, or is it just can all businesses benefit?
So we used to just do insurance agents. That's our bread and butter, but they kind of brought me on to work with the real estate market and then the service industry as well. So I have a few clients in the plumbing and HVAC world, and then other contracting businesses like Cultured Marble. That's a business I brought on, and then any type of like contracting business.
Yeah. And I know just from seeing my For You page on TikTok, my Instagram stories page, and all that, Facebook, I don't see a lot of insurance agents that do it. So it's, if you're an insurance agent and you're watching this, like, this is low-hanging fruit to separate yourself from everybody else. Let them handle your stuff. Let them manage your stuff, because most of your competition, and there's a few outliers, there always is, but painting with a broad brush, I don't feel like insurance agents do a ton of social media marketing. And I mean, that you can easily set yourself apart from the competition just by working with them alone. I'm not going to talk fees or anything like that. We don't have to get into the money, because I'm sure there's way more that goes into it than just a flat fee. But we'll get your info at the end. So if anybody wants to call, they can do that. So you guys, I don't want to say manipulate, because that's got such a negative connotation, but I think just from conversation with DJ and you, it seems like you guys are kind of able to hack Facebook algorithms, kind of hack the Instagram, or manipulate it in a way that brings maximum exposure. Can you share any of it just to kind of help,
I wouldn't say hack is the best term, but
yes. Hack seems like a bad, like a life hack. Yeah, life hacks are good. This is an Instagram hack. It's a good hack.
Yes. So we use Meta Business Suite, and we create a dashboard for each of our clients, and we do Facebook ads. So we specialize in those, and we use certain zip codes that the client provides us to reach their target audience. So that gets the best results.
So do you guys create the content? Do I need to create the content and give it to you? How does that work?
So we do both. We have clients that do create the content for us, but we can create your content and do the ads for you, and then also provide the dashboard.
Okay. So if somebody wants to get a free demo or a trial, or like what is kind of like the first thing, do I like pull my Instagram account and you guys like go through it and like say, hey, your profile needs to look like this. It kind of looks like crap. You need to update this. Let's do this. Let's add that. Like, what does like a consultation look like, or a free trial look like with you guys?
So they would just schedule a call with me or one of our sales reps, and then we would go through and kind of look at what they're doing now with their social media, and we would kind of give them suggestions on what they could do better, and then create a plan.
Okay.
With that.
So do you guys go to brokerages? I mean, because I know you handle the real estate division, which is great. That's why you're on today, is because that's our market is real estate. Do you guys go to brokerage to do the demos? How does that work? If you're a broker, can you call you guys and get you guys out there?
Yes. So if you're a broker, you can call us, or an agent, and we would love to do a presentation or a class at your brokerage. And then for insurance agents, DJ goes to different like conferences for like State Farm. They're a big client of ours, and then Allstate as well.
Do you guys have specific, is State Farm as a whole, or is it specific offices that you guys work with?
Specific offices, yes.
How many are you able to share? Like how many?
Right now we work with over probably 500 insurance agents, but that's encompasses all different type of companies.
Yeah, and I would say, I guess the real estate division is fairly infant, because you were brought on to kind of spearhead that, as you guys are starting to get some traction with the real estate agents as well. Are you noticing, or I guess, are they noticing the change? Are they noticing a growth in their business?
Yes.
Good. All right. Let's get into just some general marketing stuff, because that, I think, at the end of the day, is what you're best at. Is you've bounced around to a different couple companies, but you've been able to grow those companies very quickly. So that's a testament to you and your ability to grow. What's one of the biggest mistakes that maybe a business makes when they're trying to grow their social media?
I would say just not documenting the whole process. I think a lot of, especially real estate agents, they miss out on when they get the client at first, and then not documenting that whole process until closing. I see a lot of people just post a closing picture. So I think just documenting the whole process.
Yeah, I see. There's a lot, and I'm just as guilty of this. Mm-hmm. Thankfully, the podcast allows me to kind of put in some filler stuff, but I'm just as guilty as anyone of the just listed, under contract, just sold, rinse and repeat. And half the time I forget to even take a closing photo. Like, you just put a picture of the house up. And I need to do a better job of that. But I'm also like, sometimes it's real quick and everybody's in and out. And it's like, oh God, next thing you know, lender's on the elevator going down, and we never even got a chance to take a photo anyway. So How do you guys decide which platform is best for a brand to focus on? Is it strictly Facebook only, or are there certain industries you're like, you know what, this may be better if we really just put more money into Instagram? I know they're both kind of under the same meta universe or whatever you call it, but is there certain brands that do better on different platforms?
It really depends. We focus mainly on Facebook and Instagram, Meta, because they're connected, and then YouTube as well, and then X as well.
Okay. Yeah, I don't even have an X.
I don't either. I used to, but I got off of it.
And it has nothing to do with it's not political. It's not an anti-Elon thing.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with that. I haven't had an X back since it was a Twitter. Like I think I got off in like 2017, 2018, and I just honestly there's just so much. I just wanted a break from kind of social media as a whole. I just never got back on it. Maybe I'll get back on it one day, but like I don't know. For me personally, maybe you disagree because this is more your world than my world. I don't know if I'm going to pick up clients because of a tweet that I make. You know, even if I'm doing it consistently, I don't know if I'm going to pick up business that way. And maybe I'm wrong.
No, I think posting as much content as possible is super important. Content is king, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So we always tell people that there's no such thing as too much content.
There might be. There might be. I know a few people that post a lot, like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 times a day. Like that's a lot.
Do you remember them though?
I do.
Top of mind.
I do, but it's kind of like the old adage, there's no such thing as bad publicity. It's like, yeah, there is. There is. Just because they know me, now they associate me with being annoying. All right, what are some creative strategies that you guys have or that you have personally for increasing engagement with followers? Again, we're going to use that dirty word, hack.
Yes. So giveaways are a great way to increase followers. So we always tell people or clients to do a giveaway on their page, and that definitely increases your followers.
Yeah, I've seen, you're talking about like the like, share, and comment, all those types of giveaways. I've seen, there's a brokerage in town that I know that does it a lot with their listings. It seems to work. I mean, I watch the videos. I don't even enter. But I'm just curious, like, hey, I wonder if somebody I know won. You know, they got my engagement. What's the key to creating content that resonates with a target audience?
First, you have to find out who your target audience is. So do research on that. And then I would just have like a content calendar. I think that's super important to stay organized making content because it can be super overwhelming.
Yeah, I tried for like a month to have a content calendar. I was like, I'm going to do a home walkthrough on Fridays. I'm going to do a video of the market on Monday. Like I tried really hard, and then just in the controlled chaos of my life, one week I didn't do it. And I'm like, oh, that wasn't the end of the world. And it, again, tattling on myself here for not being diligent like I should be, but it's tough. I mean, it is very tough. So, again, maybe that's a reason why someone should work with Carroll Media.
Yeah.
So that they can handle that stuff for you and not fall off the wagon like I do every other week. So like how would you walk through someone's process of what their target demo is? Just to kind of piggyback off of finding the audience, what should a real estate agent focus on when they're saying like, okay, who is my target audience?
Mm-hmm. I guess look at your current customer database and kind of go from there, and then figure out what like the age ranges you want to target.
Gotcha. Yeah. So like if I am, let's just say I work predominantly with older individuals, 50 plus, 60 plus. What are they on Facebook? Are they doing that?
Yeah.
Like, would you focus more on that? Because my mom and my dad have a Facebook. They won't even know what to do if they had an Instagram. So like, do we just focus solely on Instagram or Facebook for them and just dump all the money in that? Or how do we shift do we dial do we dial it over towards Facebook? How do we operate something like that?
So for that one, I would do Facebook because Facebook has more older viewers and users. So I think the average age, the most is 55 plus for Facebook.
Yeah. What is it for Instagram? Do you know?
Oh gosh, I'm not sure, but I know it's younger.
Yeah.
Because I use Instagram a lot more than Facebook.
Yeah. I don't touch Snapchat. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not a kid. I probably have like the lowest, whatever it's called, Snap score or whatever. It's like how often you use it. I probably have like the lowest. I don't even know if it's downloaded on my phone right now. Probably have like the lowest Snap score of anyone possible. I don't ever communicate. I don't even talk to my wife through Snapchat. Like I do everything through SMS. I use WhatsApp for no, I don't use WhatsApp at all actually. I've got Group Me, which is just our buddies that I grew up with. Like that's because we've got that one Android guy, so we can't send. Now I think we can do it better, but like when the group was created, he'd screw up all the pictures and the videos that we'd send. So we were like, okay, we'll just use Group Me. It makes it a lot easier. All right. So what advice would you give to someone who's just starting out or feels overwhelmed by social media besides call you guys?
Besides call us.
Yes, besides call you. What's something to get your feet wet, get going?
I would definitely use YouTube as a source. You can YouTube a lot of things. Using your phone, we have so much you can do on an iPhone, and I think a lot of real estate agents are missing out by using that and documenting the process and doing short clip videos. I know it can be overwhelming to do short videos and kind of embarrassing, but videos are probably the best way to market yourself right now on social media.
Yeah. I saw, gosh, I don't even remember how long ago it was, but it was Tom Ferry who said it. And it was like, if you're worried about making videos, just imagine you're talking to somebody. Because it's the same way. They see you talking. There's like just how we're talking right now. Like if I was watching a video of you talking and look exactly the same as if we were talking ourselves, I was like, oh, that's not that bad. That actually makes a lot more sense. But like I've noticed that Canva, CapCut is really good as well. And honestly, I use a lot of the editor in TikTok, and then I'll download the video and then post it on Instagram or Facebook because I'm better at using that video editor than CapCut. Like CapCut always, for some reason, just messes with me.
Yeah, it's a little distorted sometimes.
Yeah, it kind of screws it up, but I guess maybe it's just more familiarity, but like the TikTok editor is amazing. Like I can go in there, I can crop everything out I need. I can upload stuff to overlays, whatever I want to. And then I'll literally just back out and download the video. And 90% of the time, I don't even upload it to TikTok. I just upload it somewhere else, but it works really, really well. So I think that is definitely a marketing tactic that people need to, get used to. What about the overwhelmed aspect? What should people do if they're overwhelmed on overwhelmed on social media?
A content calendar is key, I think, just because if you do like a whole month at a time, then you don't have to worry about what am I going to post today.
Yeah. I'll do that with the clips for the podcast is Opus Clips, which is what I use. You can schedule them out. So like I'll schedule out like a week. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to put this one out, Tuesday at 4:00. And this one I'm going to put out Wednesday at 10 a.m. Like I schedule them all out and it helps a lot. The problem is sometimes I forget. And then like right now, I just went 2 days without posting anything because I forgot that the calendar ran out. So I got to redo the calendar. But no, I definitely think that the calendar on there helps. I really like the idea of just having an actual like content calendar as far as what you do. This one, this is more for me personally. How do you handle negative comments or backlash on social media when you just want to tell someone to go pound sand, but you also can't do that? So like what's the professional advice on negative comments?
The trolls. I love this question.
How do you handle them?
So
besides saying thanks for helping the algorithm.
Yes. Yeah. So honestly, by them commenting on your page, gives your post more traffic. So the trolls are good in a sense, but
don't you have to respond though? Because then it's like, then the algorithm's like, oh, they don't care about people that comment on their stuff. So you have to respond back. It's like, what do you do? Just like put a little cool sunglasses emoji? Like what's the trick?
Respond in a professional way. I mean, you could be like Wendy's Twitters.
Wendy's is awesome.
Yeah, they're hilarious. Very savage in how they respond to the haters.
Have you seen the Nutter Butter TikTok? Does he get sidetracked? Not to get sidetracked, but to get sidetracked. Wendy's was fine. Yeah, Nutter Butter needs to stop. That's a little wild.
Yes.
But yeah, so sorry to railroad your answer, but the Wendy's made me think of it. Yes. So answer in a professional manner.
Yes. I mean, you could be funny if you wanted to. It depends on like how your brand is and how your voice is on social media.
Yeah. So you should not make a video of that comment, or should you?
You could if you wanted to. You could call out the haters, but it just depends on how your brand fits. So
it doesn't bother me. Like in a previous life, I sold gym memberships and had dudes standing over my desk screaming at me about how I charge too much or this, that, or the other. So like I got thick skin. I can handle some constructive criticism from somebody. And I'm definitely not worried about a comment section on a TikTok page. The only thing I am slightly worried about, I guess, if I'm being candid, is everything is linked. So like TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, like they're all linked to my business. And if I get too froggy in a response to the wrong person, they could in theory do some damage to my business if they wanted to. But I don't know who it was. Somebody in response to, I wouldn't even say it was a snarky comment. I'm pretty sure it was this person because it started shortly after. But they signed me up for car extended warranty phone calls. That was, and I got like 2 or 3 a day for like a week and a half. It was really annoying. I was like, I probably shouldn't have said that comment. Probably shouldn't have commented back to that person. Can't prove it was them, but it was only like real, like, and I was just kind of feeling a little snarky at the time because the comment was very snarky. And so maybe good lesson is maybe don't reply in the heat of the moment. But I did. So here we are.
Yeah, you can only control how you respond.
Yes. Control the controllables.
Yes.
I had a college coach that told me that. All right. Last question. We'll get you out of here. What are the top, I've already said my 3, so you can't steal mine. What are the top 3 tools or apps that you would recommend for managing and growing a social media presence?
So Facebook, Instagram, Facebook Meta Business Suite is great. I've used Loomly.
What is
also, just for like editing and scheduling as well.
Gotcha. Do you have any like any other editing apps or any sort of?
Canva's great. I love Canva. I think if you're a real estate agent and you don't have a Canva Pro account, you're missing out.
It kind of was built for, I feel like it was, I'm sure it wasn't, but there's a lot of real estate templates on there. I mean, probably more than, I can be completely wrong, but it feels like there's a lot more real estate related templates than any other industry. Yeah. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, you see it more than I do because I'm kind of in my little echo chamber of real estate.
It's super user friendly. I was a graphic design major and I went through school using all Adobe, and I prefer Canva because it's just so fast.
Is Publisher even still a thing?
I think it is, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Does anyone actually even use it?
I never have.
I used it in college because like I had to, but like once Canva came out, I don't think I used Publisher much even in other jobs that I had. But the second Canva came out, it was a no-brainer. So, all right. If somebody wants to get a hold of you, DJ, they want to talk to Carroll Media, what is the best way to do it? How do we get a hold of you guys?
They can call me on my personal cell phone or use the link in the post as well.
Yep. Yeah, we will definitely link you guys. Any email addresses or, I've gotten them from you guys in the past, but you guys have testimonials that you can share. There is a track record of success. So if you're an agent, especially if you're an insurance agent as well and real estate agent, if you're trying to grow, I definitely would consider them for helping you guys get to where you want to go. I enjoy doing it myself. So, I don't know if I'm a possible candidate for you guys or client for you guys. I enjoy it. Like it's fun to me. Like I'm a control freak. I don't want to release the reins. Like I want to be able to figure it out myself. And I kind of enjoy the process of figuring stuff out. But there's a lot of people that don't. Not a lot of people think like I do. And there's a lot of top producers out there that they like to delegate things out. You only have so many hours in the day. And if you can delegate things out, it's a lot easier. So if you can delegate out your social media to somebody, I definitely recommend Carroll Media. So anything else you want to add before we get out of here?
I don't think so.
Awesome. I appreciate your time. Tell DJ I said hello.
I will.
Hopefully we'll have, I teased an announcement on the last episode for this episode, but I'm going to have to tease it again because I'm not ready to announce it just yet. So on the next episode, we'll have a really nice announcement to make. So other than that, Marie, thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
No problem.